Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Shows, Style, and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. And as you can see from the title of this video, I'm going to be giving my commentary on some recordings that Anthony Lofties, the YouTuber blogger Anthony Lofties, has of Arionne Curry. And she has said a lot of explosive things. And so before we get into the details, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. Okay, so as I've already stated, Anthony Lofties has some recordings of a conversation or conversations that he's had with Arion. And she actually talks about quite a few different people. Now, when it comes to Martell, in my opinion, she makes excuses for him, saying that when he acts unhinged and out of control, it is because production has made him film scenes over and over and over to achieve a certain reaction. Now, I imagine that this is one of the many ridiculous things that Martell tells Arion to explain ridiculous behavior and ridiculous things that she hears in the blogs that upsets her. And he's trying to tell her, oh, when I act crazy, it's because they made me film that scene over and over. And that's a little hard for me to believe. I know that he left that comment under one of Carlos King's posts saying that they are actors. And perhaps in reality TV, some scenes get filmed more than once, but it could be for a variety of reasons. From on the production side, it could be bad lighting or bad weather affecting the optics, to one of the reality TV stars may have a dumb look on their face, or they've spilled something on their clothes and have to go clean up. Like, they may not want the scene to look just ratchet and stupid. Or, as Ariana has stated, they're trying to achieve a certain reaction. This is reality TV, unless Carlos King specializes in scripted television. I think that it's just another excuse that Martell has given Arion, and she believes it, to explain his off the wall behavior. Now, Arion, she needs to learn to stop the self betrayal. And if she ever gets, that woman's intuition that's telling her something is not right, she needs to love, trust, and accept herself, as they say in therapy, and not betray herself by believing something that her ninja is telling her. Now, Arion claims that Sunni Minx was all in her George Foreman, all in her grill when she was on set, complimenting her on her looks. Now, Arion claims that Sunni told her, "Oh, you're so much prettier in real life, or you're so pretty in person," versus how she's seen her on social media. But I feel like regardless if Sunny was being, chummy with Arion and trying to be cool with her, the bigger question is, why was Arion on set? I think that is very irresponsible and very dangerous for production to allow not just Arion, but anyone who is not a part of the cast to be on set. Now, I did not hear her say what scenes she was on set for. In the recording, she did not say, I was an attendee of the Black Expo, or I was an attendee of the Destiny race that the Scots have hosted. She didn't say which type, what the scene was. But even if it was, because if it was for something like the Black Expo, then I guess that would have been a little different, but she did not say that. And even then, I would imagine, it wouldn't be a matter of where the cast could interact with people who are not a part of the cast normally. Now, with the Black Expo, there was that Q&A part. We saw Carson ask business related questions, but I just have a feeling that that was not the case. The way that Arion said it, for her and Sunny to have had a conversation, It had to have been she was on the set, and in my opinion, she should not have been. So I'm wondering if it was during the season where Sunny was on cast, or was it when she was producing? If I have to take a guess, I would imagine it would have been the season, I believe season 5 is the season that Sunny Minks produced for Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we all know that season 5 was the Madani relaunch Melee, and then Destiny sat out season 6 and then returned season 7. So I'm guessing that Arion may have been on set during season 5 when Arion was producing. Now, I'm pretty sure Sunny will further explain when Arion was on set and their conversation. Now, I just really feel like that's very irresponsible of production. And when I was listening to Ariane say that, I thought about the story. I made a video on it too. It's been close to a year now, almost, about the actress Elise O'Neill. She used to star and stuff all the time. She did the reality TV show that Carlos King produced called Hollywood Divas. She's an actress. She's been on Scandal. She played Gladys Knight in the Aaliyah movie. She's been in a ton of stuff. So, but anyway, she tried her leg at reality TV, Hollywood Divas, and Carlos King produced it. She spoke in an interview about being injured on set. And I'm just paraphrasing. This is from Elise O'Neill's perspective. You know, her medical bills were not paid by the production company. So when I thought of Arion being on set and she's not a part of the cast, I thought about what happened reportedly to Elise O'Neill. And I just feel like that's just liability waiting to happen, especially out of all people. You let Arion come on set, the girl who would tag Oprah Winfrey in her post about her quote unquote likeness being used. And she was just as confused about what likeness is like she was about what's a two-parent household. It's not that your likeness was used, but you were talked about. That chick, the same chick, called Martell's phone as we were on our way to Atlanta. So that is not likeness. That's just mentioning you, Ariane. And had you not been a side chick to a married man, you wouldn't have to worry about getting played by being mentioned on a show that you are not featured on. But I'm just really disappointed and annoyed and surprised that production will let her be on set. And she told this to a blogger, and the blogger has shared the information. And, I think that's like pretty bad. So I would imagine that OWN may not be aware of such things, but definitely the production company that does the videography and the editing, it sounds like they may have allowed it. Now, Ariane claims that she tried to file harassment charges on Marceau after the field day argument between Martell and Marceau. We all know that production did not share it with us, the viewers, but we know that allegedly Marceau was dragging Ariane during his argument with Martell. So Martell was disrespecting Marceau's wife. So Marceau disrespected Martell's woman. And it sounded like Ariane was embarrassed over whatever Marceau said in front of the cast and crew. Now, in my opinion, Ariane, that appears to be the price that you pay for being a side chick, and a side chick to a chauvinistic man who disrespected someone else's wife. Ariane, you were a cheap clapback. You were a cheap, easy clapback for Marceau, and that's all that it was. And in my opinion, that's also not harassment. As someone who has experienced sexual harassment on the job, in the workplace, harassment is regular, consistent behavior that makes someone feel uncomfortable and is disrespectful and is antagonistic. So, in the heat of the moment of an argument, and someone is disrespecting his wife, so he comes for you, the woman of the person who's disrespecting his wife, in my opinion, that's not harassment. I think that you got embarrassed and you caught a bunch of strays, but that's not harassment. Now, Arion also alleges that Carlos King told Melody that if he was not trying to protect Melody, Arion would have filmed a long time ago. I call BS on that. It's been said that the cast agreed to not film with Arion. Arion wants to spin the report that the cast bonded on something and that something was not to film with her. So she just doesn't want to admit that the cast is on one accord when it comes with Arion. And they've all agreed that they would not film with her. So there would be no need to bring her on the show and pay her money when no one's going to film with her. So she couldn't even do all cast events, let alone any one-on-ones or one-on-twos or anything. So the Scotts are definitely protecting their image. The Scotts women, they don't want to be embarrassed, so they're not going to film with her. And of course, Melody isn't going to film with her. And once you add up the Scotts and Melody, that's definitely the majority of the cast. So it's just a wrap. But she's trying to spin it. I can tell Arion, she definitely operates from a place of pride. Sounds like she gets embarrassed easily. So now she's trying to say that Carlos said, oh, she would have been filmed if he wasn't trying to protect Melody. And he tries to protect Melody. She has to protect herself. She has to hire a bodyguard, pay him a salary to protect her. She has to go through the courts to make sure that he's not in her space, so she protects herself. Arion said that Martell, and this is, Anthony has he's released several different recordings and several different videos. So this thing that I'm getting ready to talk about was from a video, I believe it's called Arion Defends Melody. Arion said that Martell and Melody said that they would not divorce each other until they got their money together. And in my opinion, that does not make any sense for quite a few different reasons. Of course, there is their Holt and Holt real estate development company that was very successful, where they built custom homes. And we all know that Melody has the builder's license. And also, Melody left him in April of 2020. And we all saw her on the show with her laptop discussing with Martell the businesses that they shared and how they dissolved them. And then she leaves him in April of 2020. And then Seventh Avenue Beauty came out in 2022. And so she didn't wait until quote unquote to get her money together to leave him. She literally stepped out on faith and left him and rebuilt. And also during my interview with Miss Van, she actually explained how she sold some land and she gave the net proceeds of that land sale to her daughter, Melody, so that she could have that money to rebuild and start her new life apart from Martell. So Arion just literally pulls things out of her butt as if there's no other path or trail that would explain otherwise. And of course, she called Marceau a 304 and said that he's been cheating for years. That's nothing. That's something that Martell has been saying about him since season 1. And he only brought out this young lady, Chantil, after Tisha went on Carlos King's Messy Monday show and said what she said. Arion also made some other disgusting accusations regarding Miss Van and talked about disturbing incidents that happened allegedly involving Melody. And I just don't even want to go into the details. And I just find them to be very dark and disturbing. But in my opinion, Arion is vengeful and unhinged, just like her man, allegedly. And that's just my opinion. So they both seem to just let their mouths just slice and dice when they get mad at someone. And I feel like spiritually, like you're taught about being filled with the spirit, and like the spirit, it convicts you if you do something wrong. Of course the spirit doesn't curse you out, or it doesn't publicly broadcast what you do wrong so that everyone condemns you and judges you, right? But you get this feeling like, oh, that was wrong, God, please forgive me. And I feel like, I just wonder if that's something that Martell and Arion ever experience. And I, because I would just feel so uncomfortable. There would be a physical discomfort to come over me to say some of the things that she said about Melody and Miss Van. I would feel physically uncomfortable saying those things. And then I would feel spiritually uncomfortable after saying them. And I just feel like that's just something that I mean, they just move and live their lives as if they don't experience that. You know, that's just my opinion. Now, I'm looking at my notes. So also Arion said that Martell can't get his wine off the ground. Meanwhile, Melody is making money via various income streams. And I'm paraphrasing, of course. Now, in previous videos, I've always said, Arion wishes she had gotten pregnant by Melody and not Martell. Martell presented himself as being a man with a lot of money. He told, I think it was his friend, Norval, I think was his name. In an earlier season, he talked about um, driving the really luxurious vehicles and taking her on trips. Yeah, because you want to present a facade to her that you have all this money so that she'll do, intimate things with you. And it was all fake, because your wife, you had her out in the field selling Holt and Holt to people and getting those deals so that you could build homes and charge money per square foot, and making six figures off of the house once it sells. Your wife was making that happen, but you're presenting the money that she helped you make to the side chick. And then now that that money is gone, now Ariane is complaining, saying, you got this wine that you can't even get off the ground for real, for real. Meanwhile, she's clocking Melody's money. She's trying to count Melody's money, but she would get a headache trying to count her money, might even stroke out trying to count it. And so she's frustrated, it sounds like. But again, that's another price you pay for being the side chick to a man who was married. And now you're feeling like you've gotten the king, the prize. And now you're saying it's like really a lemon. Ariane said that she signed her life away to own, and there's nothing that she can do about it. Oh, well, you're bad. Another expense for being a side chick who doesn't use her brain. So she decided to sign off, I'm guessing, allowing her name to be mentioned, allowing other people, the cast, to tell her story. She signed off on that. Did she negotiate a few $1,000s for that? I don't know. I have a feeling she did not. She must doesn't watch Shark Tank. I don't know. And I don't feel bad because she's the side chick. That's the expense for playing that role, for making that choice. And so here she is venting to a blogger her frustrations over her life choices, and that's on her. So she's extremely misguided. She is an adult in her 30s at this point, but you can tell like there was just no foundation laid as she was growing up. Absolutely not. She definitely didn't pay attention when she was in school. Okay. But, what do you think about these accusations that she has made about various people? I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video as it is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Shows Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. If you all return back to work today, like I did, I hope that you had a thriving Thursday. Tomorrow will be Friday, and then we will be off for the weekend, and I cannot wait. But it is going to be a fantastic Friday. Don't forget to stand in the mirror, say your affirmations, journal if you have to, or if you prefer prayer strictly, whatever can get your thoughts out of your head, and everything will be all right. And I will talk with you all soon. Bye.